It's time for Around the Ozarks News, brought to you by the Springfield Greene County Park Board, Thompson Sales, Kitchen Land USA, Advanced Car Care, Smouse Brothers, and United Plumbing. Here are your hosts, Ethan and Sarah Forhetz.
Hey there, good morning to you on this Tuesday, and boy, it's really everyone waking up to tragic news. This is a day that will go down in the history of the Ozarks in a horrible way.
Absolutely. The manhunt is over in Christian County, the one that was going on when most of us went to bed last night. But 2 Christian County deputies were killed in the process in a deadly shootout between a man named Richard Byrd and law enforcement. Again, 2 deputies killed, 2 others were hurt. One of the deputies was killed at what would be a normal traffic stop. And then the next events ensued, which was a manhunt for a while, a standoff for a while. So now we know 2 deputies dead. One of them is Gabriel Ramirez. He's 30 years old from Christian County. The second one, his name has not yet been released. Terrible. Also, they did capture, and kill Richard Byrd. This is who law enforcement was fighting with, Richard Byrd. He was also killed in a gunfire exchange. We also know 2 deputies were injured. One of the injured is from Christian County. The other injured is from Webster County, but those are not life-threatening injuries, which is fortunate. You remember the blue alert likely that you got on your cell phone yesterday afternoon around 4 o'clock. Kind of came in almost like an amber alert, except for it was a blue alert. Everybody's phone went off. That was after the initial traffic stop just south of Highlandville that led up to the standoff and the subsequent shooting. So again, the man has been captured. The manhunt is over. But the investigation really just beginning.
Well, and the horror of it really just beginning for the families of these deputies. From Christian County who were killed. The first one yesterday afternoon, just working what seemed like to him at the time, I'm sure, a normal traffic stop.
Yeah.
And then it ended up with him being shot and killed. Then the manhunt began, where another deputy was killed, others injured and wounded by gunfire. No idea why at this point that the man was on a murder spree, killing police. But the sad news is that 2 of our local deputies from Christian County have lost their lives in this. Their families changed forever, and really Christian County affected in a major way that the people around here won't forget for a long time.
All right, moving on. A man is in the Greene County Jail without bond after gunfire inside Eustasis Psychiatric and Addiction Health in Springfield. Police say 53-year-old Joseph Skeebel of Ozark fired several shots Friday afternoon while about 20 people were inside. That would be terrifying. The patients and the staff went into hiding. Officers say they found the man in a consult room holding a handgun and took him into custody. He's charged with making a terroristic threat, armed criminal action, and unlawful use of a weapon. Cox South Hospital and Immaculate Conception School, which are both nearby Eustasis, they went on to lockdown during the response.
A Springfield man has been found guilty of threatening a Greene County judge and a judge's family during a court hearing that actually happened in 2024. The trial just came to an end in that. Prosecutors say Aiden Harper made the comments in open court and had a history of making similar threats in a previous case. A jury returned the guilty verdict, and sentencing is now set for April 1st. We told you about this yesterday morning. Sarah raised some red flags, and then it was canceled. It was a planned prescribed burn out at the Springfield Nature Center. It was called off due to weather conditions. The Missouri Department of Conservation says ventilation rates were too low for smoke to safely disperse. So it was less about the fire spreading than the smoke not spreading. The 4-acre burn was part of an ongoing prairie and savanna management there. They're now looking at Friday as a possible makeup date depending on conditions. We will let you know if that controlled burn is going to happen in the Nature Center on Friday.
Okay. The city of Springfield is reviewing its trash and recycling ordinance for the first time in years. Officials say more than 40% of what's going into the Noble Hill landfill could be recycled instead. The city is considering changes to collection standards, hauler requirements, and communication with the public. Public input sessions are set up for March 10th, 16th, and 24th at locations around Springfield, with possible council action later this year. Absentee voting begins today, February 24th. Today's the day for the April 7th general municipal election. Voters who qualify can cast a ballot in person at the Greene County Election Center on North Boonville, weekdays from 8 to 5. Mail-in absentee requests must be received by March 25th. This spring's ballot includes local issues such as proposed hotel tax increase that would fund a potential of an expanded convention center, which will also be on the ballot, or what we'll be talking about. And with that, the city's final community workshop, by the way, on the future of that potential Springfield Expo Center is set for Thursday afternoon at the Discovery Center. So if you want to go listen or weigh in, you can do that. City leaders and architects with Populous are seeking input on plans to transform that site into a multi-purpose convention and event center. Again, voters decide on April 7th whether to raise the hotel tax from 5 to 8% for 35 years. It would sunset at that point, and that would help fund the $175 million price tag. A public vision video will be released on March 10th.
Okay. Missouri State University has officially opened its new collaborative care clinic on the first floor of the Health Sciences Hall there on campus. 17,000 square foot facility brings together counseling, speech, language, audiology, and psychology services in one location for the public. Graduate students are actually providing the care. They're doing so under faculty supervision. That means most of the services offered are offered at no cost to the public. The university says the clinic will also expand hands-on training and research opportunities. So check that out.
Very cool.
And also at Missouri State, they're going to award an honorary doctorate this spring to Mimi Garstang. She is the first woman to serve as Missouri's state geologist. 1972 graduate of the university, Garstang led the Missouri Geological Survey and helped move the state into the top 10 for mineral production. She will receive the Doctor of Public Affairs degree during commencement ceremonies in May for service to both science and the state of Missouri.
Cool. One SMS, one MSU. That's awesome.
That's right. Congratulations to her.
All right. Have a great day. Thanks for tuning in. And we do hope to see you back here tomorrow morning.